art is the science of enjoying life. To think that what the arts are at their best, they illuminate for us what it is to be human.
In a way, just experiencing going to museums and going to these places where things were designed beautifully really had a big effect on me.
Everybody has to be inspired by something, and I think that the more exposure you have to the arts, the more likely you'll find out what turns you on.
Art on the walls is what makes the room sing.
It just brings happiness and just gets you out of where you are, and just there's something about art that just is just spiritual and just, you know, makes a kid come alive.
Exposure to art, I think it just opens up your mind and it gets your mind moving.
Among lower socioeconomic children who get 4 years of arts and music education, they're 5 times less likely to drop out of school than kids who don't. Children who get 4 years of arts education score 100% higher on SAT tests. Did you realize that? That's an amazing statistic.
Exposing children at a young age to art has an enormous payback later in life. And it's not that they're going to necessarily be artists, but it helps them think out of the box.
I think it's so important for parents to take their children to any type of museum, art gallery, or even an art event. Children want to make things. They want to be involved.
I think being exposed to art at a young age is one of the most important things you bring into a school program, learning to look and how to analyze paintings.
It gives them an opportunity to see different ways of expressing their own creativity.
You know, 72% of business leaders in this country say that the #1 skill that they look for is creativity. The arts is all about creativity and encouraging imagination.
The Cultural Alliance of Fairfield County provides services to the arts and culture sector. We provide marketing and promotion, advocacy, and professional development.
To really bring culture to the public and make people aware of what is actually offered. And, you know, so often, you know, there's so many great things around, but the public doesn't know about it.
What we're all about is making connections and networking across this very rich ecosystem that is the cultural community.
We're so excited and flattered that the Cultural Alliance is recognizing us as artists too, because we may not be artists with a paintbrush, but at some point in our lives we've had these influences that have made us be a different kind of artist.
It is so important for a visual person, and for especially a designer, to look at as much art as you can possibly ingest.
To me, everything is art. When I'm picking up paper towels, I have to pick out the right ones. Everything influences a design. Art is so important, and craftsmen are so important.
What we do is we collect and we edit and we find things that we think are the most beautiful pieces of furniture or pieces of art or rugs or anything that's going to bring personality and texture to someone's home.
I think it's important to come together as an artistic community to support local artists, designers.
I love doing stuff that's around locally. There's a kind of a special sort of appreciation that I have for being able to do that.
We have 575 members who benefit from our organization every day.
To know that there's something like a Cultural Alliance in existence is a great resource. It gives people a starting point, you know, especially if you move into the community or you just have this idea that you want to start something. You can go to the Cultural Alliance and they will point you in the right direction.
It does so much to help those artists find spaces, get promotion. They kind of guide them in a way so that they can get success in their art form.
It's where we as a community can cry together, feel together, have joy together. It's going back to passion, the consciousness.
The trick is to get people to go to one event. And I think they get it, especially when they meet artists or see an artist's work.
It is unbelievable. It is unbelievably rich. It's very textured. There is such an incredible range of activity here.
I think there's certain arts that connect to your soul. It affects you.
We want to be living in a community that's got people that are creative thinkers.
You know, Fairfield County is hands down a culturally rich place, but it needs the Fairfield Cultural Alliance to really fertilize all of Fairfield County.
I think that anybody is inspired by art or music or theater. It's just a matter if you're a human, you know. In this very difficult world, sometimes it gets very dark, and here's the light, here's art. You know, it changes the whole way you perceive things.
It's like, how can we make a difference, and what's it going to take? And this is the kind of thing that could help make a difference. How do we do that? Well, I mean, how am I as a citizen going to be able to make my voice heard? Well, this is one of those moments.